This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. You can find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Welcome to Digimon Chronicles, where I'm continuing to read and basically do an audiobook for the Digimon Seekers serial novel. Today is April 23rd, and I am recording Chapter 1, Part 10, Eiji, Wolf of the Ninth Avenue. When is this chapter going to end? I just don't know. It's very strange. How long can a chapter be? Because we're at about 10,000 words now, and that seems a little ridiculous to me. And anyway, I predict this reading, or the reading is going to be 11,051 words. Or I'm sorry, 1,151 words. I predict it'll be about an 8-minute read. We shall see. So I'll be quiet for a few seconds, and then I will get started in. Sound fades. Vision fades. The Digimon linker is wrapped around his arms, and his limbs have gone away. Eiji loses consciousness. Dizziness. The 3 semicircular canals go haywire. The world is falling down, turning upside down, sinking, sinking. Suddenly memories from his childhood reemerge. Summer, playing in the river with his family. Yes, both my family and friends were there. And the very best of all my friends. Leon! The son of the guy getting the barbecue ready. Eiji! His friend yells his name and gets out of the river. But Eiji unknowingly enters the river at its deepest point. When he turns around, his feet are caught in the sand at the bottom of the river. Oh no! One step ahead is an invisible cliff. He thought he was a good swimmer, but a flowing river is different from a swimming pool. He can't get to the surface. He's completely underwater. What he sees on the surface is another world. The clean, clear water was deeply gouged out and looked like the home of a monster that could easily swallow a child. Air bubbles swirl. He is swallowed whole, and then all of his senses disappear. It seems like it was only a moment, but was it? Something soft and fluffy, fluffy, something soft and fluffy gently receives Eiji's consciousness. It's the sensation of wearing a wetsuit and floating in the water. Soon the light scatters, and the bubbles form an image. A new world. No, the world that he's been seeing for a long time is cut in a new way, and it hits Eiji's consciousness with an unprecedented stimulation. It's so bright. The light is too strong here, and yet he can't close his eyelids. What's going on here? Confusion, anxiety. He doesn't know what he's seeing or what's going on. The image seems to zoom in coarsely like a digital zoom, but then fades away as if he was looking through binoculars upside down. Noise crawls around my head. There's a rustling, and a bug is flailing around in my ear. And there's an animal-like smell. It's the smell of a wet dog in the rain. That's what it is. This is like a bad dream, but it's not a dream. The voice is the only thing he can hear clearly. Huh? Who is it? Clash. He hears the sound of something being kicked and turned over, and then someone comes running. Chumon, child, beast, virus type. Data is displayed in the heads-up position. It's a little rat Digimon that appears moving like an old Western cartoon. The pink rat is holding a piece of data, a piece of cheese, in both hands. Where am I? Inside of a building. The walls, ceiling, and floor are concrete. Is it under construction or abandoned? Another Digimon appears. Chumon, puppet, child, virus type. Another rat Digimon. However, it's not a beast, but a puppet. A stuffed rat with bad eyesight. It's riding on another mech-like Digimon. Daemon, mutation, adult, virus type. The metallic-looking body is clutching a tonfa, a T-shaped club used in martial arts. In a word, its appearance can be described as follows. A kettle with limbs? No, it looks more like poo. Eiji's confused. Is this what the Phantom Digimon land he would have cheered loudly? However, Eiji has put aside his pure childish heart, which could be amused by the mere appearance of poo in a time capsule of memories. He always looked calmly at what was happening in front of his eyes. Daemon is a poo-shaped Digimon piloted by Chumon. How brave of you to try to steal my family. Squeak! Don't let him get away with this Chumon, for the love of all rats. Chumon is scared. while Chumon begs for its life with cheese in hand. Apparently, Chumon stole Chumon's food and escaped. I don't like being treated like you, Chumon. No good, no good. Damimon turns on its tonfa with a jerky movement. Just then, Chumon notices their presence. Look at that dog. Huh? A dog? Eiji doesn't understand what it's talking about. And what is this anyway? What am I being shown? The Digimon is talking? I haven't seen you around here. This is Wall Slum 6th Street, my family's turf. You should tuck your tail and run while I'm taking care of Chumon, because if you're still around after that... A rat picking a fight with a wolf. Don't make me laugh. The voice he heard before growls in his ears again. Out in front. No, Eiji isn't moving at all. The Chumon is approaching. Its card is moving on its own. From this day on, this is my home turf. Do your worst, Damimon. Gun Vulcan. Bam, 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 bam. Ganbarugan. The Vulcan cannon embedded in the tonfa erupts with fire. The bullets land on the floor and walls, soaking wet. Chumon runs to his right and left, trying to escape. What? Eiji suddenly feels nauseous. It smells. My nose is burning. It's like poison gas. The bullets aren't powerful, but they're accompanied by a horrible stench. Ha ha ha! This attack must be torture for a dog with a strong nose. Digimon fighting is all about exploiting weaknesses. Chumon's strategy works. No good, no good. Shall we get rid of this stray already, Damimon? Finish it with boost attack. Ah! Some kind of energy swirls around Eiji. What? Ignition. A brilliant flame. It's faster than Damimon can move. Howling fire! A fireball rips through the entire floor of the building. Everything is consumed by flame. In a whirlwind of heat and shock, Damimon is blasted out of the building through a window. So hot! Eiji is surprised. He feels as if his face has been burned by a bonfire. A single attack on Damimon, which is only known for its toughness? Chumon rolls out of the Damimon's cockpit and onto the floor. Flames are smoldering. There is nothing to burn, and yet it doesn't go out right away. What kind of fire is this? It's no ordinary fire. The Chumon goes haywire. It glares down at the plush rat Digimon from above. Is it going to eat? An awful smell. Chumon's face twitches and he trembles. On that old interface, is that a Lugumon? No, you're the demon wolf of the castle of 9 wolves? Lugumon? Eiji is taken aback. Chumon is talking to Lugumon. So Eiji, 9 wolves. Oh, right, that reminds me. The voice murmurs in Eiji's ear. So you've returned to Wall Slum, have you? For some reason, Chumon's tone seems more respectful suddenly in response to this conversation. Eiji is completely baffled. You're not looking so good. Lugumon turns its nose away before the fearful wolf can change its mind. Chumon tries to run away from him. Eiji, while he has been completely baffled by this conversation, he regains his composure and speaks. Lugumon, it's me, Eiji. Can you hear me? Lugumon. That is the end of the chapter. So, machine translation issues aside, which, it's funny, Joseph? It's funny, Joseph Michael, I think, pointed this out, that sometimes the text, in a previous chapter where we were talking about the professor's wants and needs, or like his desire to protect the digital world because he does care about it, the machine translation said that exactly the opposite, said he didn't care about the digital world. And because he didn't care, he had hired Eiji to make sure that it was safeguarded or whatever, which doesn't make sense. So here we go. This says, the fearful wolf. Let me see. Yeah. Lugumon turns its nose away. Before the fearful wolf can change its mind, Chumon tries to run away from him. I think that's before the terrifying wolf can change its mind. Chumon tries to run away from him. And I think that's Chumon escaping with his life so that the terrifying Lugumon doesn't kill him and destroy him. So this Wolf of the Ninth Avenue thing, the demon wolf of the castle of 9 wolves, is that the Ninth Avenue being referenced here? I don't know, but it also sounds like they're using gang talk and slang and stuff, calling these the slums, and they're talking about territories, and this is Chumon's territory and stuff. So I'm a little bit confused about that. I thought we'd get I've been asking for a clarification on this whole Wolf of the Ninth Avenue thing, and it looks like we're sort of getting it, but this is just the first bit of the clarification, so I'm assuming it'll be more clear and make more sense later on, but for now, that's kind of all we have. I like the introduction where, through the mind link, Eiji was being, I guess, submerged into the digital world, and he felt disoriented and confused, and I thought that was all really cool. And then this thing about this Leon kid who he was friends with, that's not a Japanese name as far as I know, unless you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan, I guess. But that's interesting. I like that confusion and that transition from him going into the digital world or somehow, his mind being transferred there or something like that. That was pretty cool. Oh, I wonder if he's going to get hololized into the digital world, much like Lugomon gets hololized into the real world. Anyway, just a thought, especially because that new, it's newish, the key art thing that they have put out. They redid the Digimon Seekers the novel section of the website, and they have it more nicely collected, all 10 now, chapters or sub-chapters. And there's a nice image for the novel itself, and it almost looks like it'll be the cover for the book, but we'll see. Right now, the image is titled something like novel _ cover art 01. So we'll see how they change it and what they do. But anyway, that's just a little thing I noticed on there. But so he looks like he's holowized into this, back street or whatever, and Lugomon's all looking fierce and ready to fight. So anyway, it was a little confusing with some of the dialogue. I didn't quite get, there's not enough dialogue tags. There needs to be more dialogue tags. I kind of like this, disjointed, very cold, distant reading that some of it gives, because then there's the dialogue mixed in there too, and you get asides that go into what the characters are thinking. But the way it's formatted, the lack of dialogue tags makes it less accessible, and I would like to see an improved translation of this where it injects those in, and so that way when it's an aside, exactly who the aside is for. Because I can't tell if some of it's the narration or the narrator, giving insights or speaking or giving details, or if it's Eiji feeling or thinking these things are being reminded of them in some places. Like in this chapter, there were a bunch of places where I just didn't know exactly what was being said. So I would say this chapter had some of the weakest writing. I don't know if that was the machine translation or if that was the writing of the chapter, but I was also most interested because there's more action going on here, and we're getting to finally see something about Lugomon. We see he's speaking. We see the Chumon and the Chuchumon are speaking in the digital world, as well as the what do they call? I called him Dame. Dame is how it's spelled. Damemon? Is that the big, weird, ugly piloted one that Genai was piloting in Digimon Adventure when he spoilers, carried stuff away from some bad people in the flashback that you get towards the end of the show? I don't know. It could be that guy's name, but I don't really know. I thought he was something else, but anyway, yeah. So other than my confusion about that character, and then the lack of tags or dialogue tags clarifying who's really talking and who's having these thoughts, like I said, it was kind of exciting, and I'm my interest is piqued because we're right at the edge of now he's in the digital world. That's cool. That's what we're used to. That's a new step for him as a character. That's, something new for this world, more or less. And, now we're getting exposure to Lugomon, and, that's interesting. I want to see where that goes. So I'm primed and I'm ready for the next chapter, and I'm interested, even though, like I said, this could have been better written, and those tags could have been adjusted or could have been inserted there to make it flow better. And also, of course, the machine translation has its demerits. So yeah, here's hoping the next one is better machine translated and has a little bit better of a flow and is more clear on who is talking when and where, so that it all is more cogent and tells the story better. But I'm liking it overall, and I'm just interested in this project. This is like a novelty project. Novelty? Interesting. Anyway, it's a novelty project, and I'm really interested in how they're going to develop it going further. And yeah, I'm going to be sticking around for a while. So that's it. If you want to leave, because that's all you wanted to hear my comments on it, that's great, you can. I have a little bit of announcement and news. I now am going official and legit on my podcasting efforts, so I'm now paying for hosting, whereas I was bootstrapping and doing it for free basically before. I will create a Digimon Chronicles feed, which will have Digimon Seekers in it. I'm going to make, I have lots of plans for it, so stick around. Go to mjmooners.com so you can find the links to Digimon Chronicles to officially, or to officially follow it wherever you are. I'm going to have it on multiple channels. I need to get the iTunes, and other stuff running as well, but I have a few of the feeds activated, and I'm going to be adding the links as the weeks go on. So by the time you hear Seekers 11 or 12, hopefully I'll have everything all updated 100%, and you can listen to it on your podcast app of choice, and you'll be able to hear all the episodes in order, check them out, download them, and then maybe I'll even do a little something extra with Keikun's translations, because I'd like to read a more cogent story, and this machine translation alone is not giving that to me. And anyway, I might do that as like a bonus extra side project thing that you can also find in the feed, and I'll have linked in the show notes for all the episodes. But yeah, I'm going legit, and I'm kind of building my own podcast network type thing of all the different shows and books and whatever that I enjoy, and I'll be sharing about them with you here, and I'll be letting you know more about my writing projects as well. I have a story inspired by Digimon that maybe I'll post the rough draft for it in the show notes here. Maybe I will. If you really want me to, let me know and I'll do it if I haven't done it by then, by the time you're hearing this. And it's all part of a bigger project, because I am an author, artist, and analyzer. So, and my writing is influenced by the things I enjoy. Digimon, I'm not going to say chief among them, but definitely one of the big ones. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you have a good day, good week, and that you are good and do good. Anyway, this is MJ signing out. I hope you enjoyed that. Go to mjmunoz.com to leave any questions, comments, or other feedback you might have. There you can find all of my analysis, art, and fiction. I cover books, tokusatsu, comic books, anime, and more. Look around. You're sure to find something else that you'll enjoy as well. This has been a Story Over Everything production.